Haven't been to this screen for a little while now, have we? The Cube Escape series. Played the first 6, then went off to do some escape room things, then came back to Rusty Lake. That was a weird accident. Went to do Rusty Lake because that's the thing that came out after Cube Escape the Mill over here. Next up we've got Cube Escape Birthday, Cube Escape Theater. Then I think, if I bring up my list over here, it's supposed to be Rusty Lake Roots, and then Cube Escape the Cave, and then we wait for them to make the 10th Cube Escape game, which does not exist at the moment. I have not really been paying that much attention as to when it's supposed to exist, or even if that detail is out there, but we'll get to it when it exists, I suppose. So in the meantime, the series won't have a finale, I guess. It'll probably just stop at 9, and I probably won't even call it a finale because of the implication that supposedly we're going to get to Cube Escape 10 as it comes out. There we go. Let's take a look at Birthday. Which, really unfortunate to hear that idea, because happy things don't happen in these games, generally, and Birthday is supposed to be a happy time. And also, the idea of celebrating a birthday almost implies children, and you really don't want children near anything that's happening in these games so far. That font seems to have changed. Hello, box. I guess that's where the cube will go. Rusty Lake, 1972.
I feel different. I can't feel my body anymore. I see my memories captured in little cubes.
Okay. Wow. So this is a series that benefits from the fact that I did research in advance about what order to play these games in, and knew about the fact that there's 2 different franchises called Rusty Lake and Cube Escape that are technically one universe, because this thing picks up straight where Hotel left off, like exactly, in the same cutscene. And boy would that be confusing without context, huh? So we're inside the same elevator from the previous one. It seems that the buttons still work. Oh. Hello? $19.39. My birthday. Whose birthday? Your birthday, but the past? I assume you just grabbed somebody's cube. That's somebody else's cube, and that this has nothing to do with the detective specifically. But it might be, because he seems fragmented and weird a little bit, so it's hard to tell for sure. So we've got a Van Gogh painting, Starry Night back there. Something that looks like a child's painting by comparison next to it. Pinned up. Got a couple of parents, I think. We might be playing as the kid, I assume. Straightforward kitchen setup here, some streamers. Rusty Lake Theater. They continue to tease the upcoming Rusty Lake Theater game, I suppose. Got a gramophone, an exit door. There's math on the banners now, that's interesting. 1 times 3 equals 24. That's not how math works, but maybe it means something else. Got an old man and a cat. An unusual amount of living creatures in the same room for a Rusty Lake game. That thing says 6, there's a bunch of squiggles and stuff. Okay, I bet you have to solve these streamers, because a bunch of them are just generic colors, but some of them are split colors and symbols, and they're always in the same sequence of like these 6 on the top of the streamers. Those are numbers, those are symbols and a number. Those are 2 on their own, those are symbols. Looks like elements of flags almost. They could almost be recycled flags, like maybe the family is kind of poor and they had like weird materials around and they just turned them into streamers and stuff like that. Hard to say. Alright, let's start clicking on things. Hello, presumed father.
Son, I would like some cake. Son, I would like some cake. Son, I would like some cake.
That's terrifying, by the way. The animation of his mouth makes the right side of his face, or his left side of his face, go, like, warp.
Son, I would like some cake.
It's got the, he's a Canadian from South Park. So I noticed in the Rusty Lake Hotel we couldn't look up anymore. Seems like it's still the case. The developer seems to have done away with that direction, which was the most underutilized direction anyway. And I feel like maybe they noticed players got stuck because they wouldn't look up to realize the one thing they needed was hidden away off screen or something. This is locked. It has multiple symbols we don't currently understand.
Check the mail, darling.
Wow. Exciting, birthday.
Check the mail, darling.
We're giving... Well, mail's probably for my birthday, I suppose. Otherwise, I was like, yes, chores, exciting. But yeah, there's probably... Oop. A gift in the mail. Bunch of houses. One of them's black. One with a black roof, one with a black body. All the other ones look identical. There's one tree. This could be interesting. There's a weird Van Gogh set up here with some numbers. 1, 4, 2, 5, 9, 6. Strange numbers. He said he would like some cake. We have candles. To complete the tradition for birthday cake, we probably need to find matches or an equivalent to light the candles for my age, and then we can cut the cake. That's an interesting present you got there. What is it? A radio of some kind, maybe? No. A battery? Looks like it takes batteries at the very least. I might have to find objects to fit into this thing. Like, okay, that made me jump a little bit. You cannot look at his shoes. Look at the spanner up here. Okay, you can even directly inspect it. Oh, we can rearrange it. Interesting. I'm inclined to sort them by symbols. Although that falls apart pretty quickly. Number star, dots, wavy, 2 straight lines. This one's the most solvable, perhaps. This one up here is an equation. We have a multiplication and an equals, and you could rearrange them accordingly. Let's see. It has to be a multiplication. I would say that it has to be a 1-digit times a 1-digit equals a 2-digit, because it would be very hard to make a 2-digit number times a 1-digit number equal a 1-digit number. It'd be impossible without a 0, basically. And I don't see... Yeah, you can't really mix... You can't really get a 3-digit either, so yeah, it'd have to be this basic setup, I think, but with just different numbers as the setup itself. So, I would say... Oh yeah, 4 by 3 equals 12. I see it. Ta-da! 3 times 4 equals... Oops. There we go. Did I do it? Do I need to, like, rearrange the math a little bit? To do it in the... It's technically already correct, but this is, like, the... Oh! Yep, that's what it is. I had to put it in, like, the proper order for how you would normally write that, despite the fact that it's technically mathematically correct either way. So the 2 is ours now. What have we done? We believe we're done with the family screen. So I guess I've started working on this screen, so let's poke around for now. Done is, of course, a temporary term as I proceed to learn what the hell to do with this place. But I think I'm done there with that place for now. Got a trap. Okay. So we'll probably find bait. Press F to pay respects. Definitely a familiar device. We have a clock. Can I change it? Oh. Oh. Do I put the cube here? Is this kid going to be handling a cube? That's concerning. The time is 12:07 and... I don't know, like 49 seconds, I guess? It's weird that the clock's not moving. Which makes me think that maybe the number is something I need to actually use somewhere.
Drink.
That's terrifying.
Drink.
His voice. Okay, well I have a drink. Enjoy. You maybe have limited days, right? Ice.
Ice.
Okay. Grandfather only uses one-word sentences. He hasn't been the same since the war. Oh. What? Do I need to make a Tetris? Yeah, there, actually. This was unexpected. Yeah, we're suddenly playing kind of Tetris. There? Huh. Oh, there's a countdown. The countdown is counting down. Oops, that was... Sorry. Gotta get used to this slightly odd control scheme for this kind of mechanic. Uh-oh. Oh, I should've gone over there. I don't really see a place for that. Crap. Oh, well, that was a bad idea. Well... I don't have to do very well, though. I think I just need to get 6 more completions. Which isn't too bad. Wouldn't mind having a next section so I can see what's gonna come up. We're getting there. I'll just make that the place where I store that kind of thing, I suppose. Almost there. Oh, already there. So that's good. Rusty Lake Theater coming soon. Huh. Huh. Weird. That's the next one? Checking my document real quick. Yeah, that's the next Rusty Lake game. As we saw on the list before. Weird? Was that a puzzle that solved? Oh, yes. It did solve something. We have a record now. Okay. I was like, surely that wasn't just a teaser, because... You know. Well, aren't you interesting? What do you do? It loops back. Unless I spam click it, then it freaks out and doesn't know what to do, and then it stays there forever. Well, I know where do you go. Oh, got some gum. There's no needle. Yeah. As a child, I remember walking around in a house full of completely disassembled things. It was extra safe for children. Especially with the knives. Nope, right, there's the mail. Anyone outside? Where'd the mail go? It just kind of flew across the room. Oh, that's the balloon from earlier. Speaking of things that fly across the room, Dale Vandermeer. Dear Dale, congratulations with your 9th birthday. Today will be the darkest day of your life, but the past is never dead. Have a look at your present. It could turn your day around. Yours sincerely, Mr. Owl. Mr. Owl! How many letters does it take to ruin a birthday? Alarming? Wow, and she told me to check the mail. Did she know? Well, that's it. How you heat all those spots? Oh, there's the matches. Do I put this here or something? Maybe. Oh, it lives there now, yeah. So it looks like I need to get the red and blue numbers off. Oh, I bet I'm probably getting a combination, I think. I'm probably gonna get 3 numbers that I can place, and you'll know where they get placed because this thing's going from red to blue. So there'll be an all red thing, a red and blue thing, and a blue thing, and these things still will tell you what order they go in, and then I can probably enter the combination itself somewhere. I think that's what's going on here. Hi. Who's a Donnie Darko monster? Yes, you are. Oh, already checked there. Gotta go find keys. Well, let's go use these candles. Got the matches. What? Okay. I do not appear to be able to light these candles. Just use the knife then? You need to slice. Okay. I did it wrong, apparently. Super slicer. Did it. Pro status. Okay. Am I supposed to... Let's do it again real quick. What makes them light up? That's one candle alone on a slice. Those candles are all alone on their slices. Okay. So, I need to create a setup here where every single slice is its own separate candle, I suppose? Is that what's going on here? Some really messed up slices, huh? That's a start, but I've missed one, and I think that's the last one I had to do, because it's only 4 slices. So if I can get them all lit, we're good. This could be hard, because, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, there's 9 candles. So I can't just make 2 slices out of each slice. I need to... Probably need to create a system where this one out in particular is isolated in the middle, I suppose. Maybe something a little bit more like this, basically. Yeah. It'll be like those things, like I had a thing in the garage, I never knew where it came from, but it was a series of wires. It was a board that was filled with nails, or nail-like objects that were small and delicate looking, and they had wire wrapped around them, and every wire would go from one nail to another nail, and it would be in a straight line, it'd be a tension thing, it'd be each individual thing was a straight line, but they'd be a series of mathematically set up things like this that are slightly apart from each other, and they'd give you this implication of like a curve on the inside, despite the fact that they were not really set up that way. Alright, let's try this again. My goal is going to be to separate ones that are further away from each other, like that, if I can. Well, that's not a very good sign. I can try it. Ah. Guess that's working? No. It almost worked. The problem was that I wanted this junction to be like more over here, because I wanted the lines to curve around the middle one to cut it off. So while the spacing was working as far as how far away the 2 points were I was going for, I couldn't seem to quite get the pattern to work for the inside candle the way I was hoping it would. And that was a prattle. Yeah, this is a reoccurring problem. Let's go and reset real quick. Easier to start with no lines, I think. There we go. Just kind of went for it, but that particular plan worked. I needed more spaced out things, so I was trying to do it methodically at intervals, and that wasn't working. So I tried a new approach. Looks like it's a bleeding cake. Especially since there's no apparent redness on the inside of the rest of the cake. So, hooray. Here's your cake. Nightmare. You're holding it with your hand while there's still a candle on it. What? These are like aliens that are impersonating people. What? Where'd the candle go? Oh. Well... Is that the candle, you idiot? No, it's a needle. There was a needle in the cake.
Who puts a needle in a birthday cake?
You seem rather unfazed by this, like, this whole, like, razor blades in a candy situation.
How's your grandfather doing?
Still an alcoholic, as it turns out. Sorry. He's probably never getting better. He's kind of run out of time to change. He's probably going to be set in his ways for the rest of his life. It's what happens. It's okay. He dies, then the new generation takes over.
Happy birthday, dear.
Yay!
Happy birthday, dear.
I like the part where I basically got death threats in the mail. That was a good time. Can I screwdriver it open? No, I won't. I'm not old enough to have that kind of torque yet. Gonna have to wait. Okay. Yeah, that's empty. That's empty. That's locked. Can't use the needle to lockpick it. Nope. Don't need to lockpick the. I don't need to stab the. Oh, no needle. Right. Well, the good news is Grandpa won't need ice anymore because this room is just too cool. Isn't that right, Grandpa?
Ice.
Oh, it just turned off?
Ice.
Well, Grandpa reacts to the, music, but not much beyond that point, apparently. Okay. No, not you. Can't seem to do anything with the flower. I don't have anything to burn it with or to cultivate it with. Do I stab the cat? You think I'm joking, but I mean, like, look how this game's gone so far. How do you know what to expect in this series? Can't ring the bell. You might be solvable, because you're probably a series of gradients. As we sort of gathered from the other location, that they probably come together to create a cohesive transition from color to color. There we go. That's mine. Okay, so maybe it's not a number. Oh, it went over there. Not where I expected, but okay. Either way, we probably just finish it, right? So that's fine. Alright, so that one's solved, that one's solved. Do you make sense? Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It was about counting the things. Ta-da! Oop. I got a screw. That was a weird way to get a bolt, but okay. Maybe I put it in our weird machine of unknown purpose. Our sub-machine. Well, the bolt's there now. A meter got slightly happier. Do I screwdrive you? Is there anything that needs to be screwdrived? Listen, I don't think that's even how verbs work, but I'm going for it.
Happy birthday, dear.
The grandfather wants ice, but our fridge sucks. We do not seem to have ice. I mean, I go outside. Everything outside is winter. That's where I would get ice if I was trying to get ice, frankly. What would I use in... What am I missing here? What does music do in this game? Just thought I'd poke around while music was happening to see if something in the room changes. I can apparently create music, but why? Oh. I can unscrew you with the screwdriver to get cable. Yeah, that's a smart idea. No possible downside of having your children and have the ability to grab knives and matches and screw with your electrical system. He'll be fine. What am I going to use cable for? Should I put gum on the trap? Don't think that's trappy enough. Here's your ice, old man.
Ice. Ice.
Just to end him with this like electrical problem. Cable going here. Oh god, Adobe Flash Player, go away. That was a weird accidental right click and that took me to the Adobe Flash Player website for a second. Oh, there we go. It connects those two spots. Okay. Do I burn the machine? I don't really expect that to work, but you never... I've been surprised by this game from time to time. Okay. Well, I've used my knife in the obvious spot. Maybe it's time to find less obvious knife spots. Okay, so we don't have ice, as far as I can tell. I found nothing else to interact with around here. The logical next step is to try to use water and try to make our own ice, perhaps? I don't have a cup or a bowl or a bottle, so we could try balloon. Oh, yep, there it goes. Okay, balloon with water. So I can try to make ice with that, I suppose. That was some fast ice making right there. A+, technology of the future in the past. There you go, alcoholic grandfather. Yes, it lessens the pain.
Music!
Oh, I see how it is. Never satisfied with your son, are you? I'm sorry we can't live up to your expectations from the golden generation. Oh, wait, I might be from the golden generation. This game's in the past. What is that? Plus stamp. Stamp. Was there a stamp on this guy? Yep. We got 2 stamps. For some reason, we have stamps.